Hello, hello, hello. Hey friends, if you're here watching this replay, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Swava Brooks, and I love to hang out here weekly, holding a safe space for survivors of child abuse and trauma. If you are curious about or are looking for support on your healing journey after trauma or abuse, please visit my website, swavabrooks.com, where you can learn more about the tools and the empowerment that I offer the people I support. And if you are here with me live today, please let me know that you're here so I can welcome you. The plan today, what we're going to talk about is what brings us joy, right? Healing is a challenge. It's hard. We focus a lot on the hard stuff, but we also need to be intentional and mindful on focusing on, right? Gratitude, joy, what makes us feel good, what makes our heart sing. And that's the topic of our discussion today. So I will be reflecting on the topic of the day from the book. But if you are not a part of our community, that's a-okay. We welcome you and we're glad you're here. And I welcome any questions that you might have if you're looking for answers for your healing journey. So, like I said, please let me know that you're here so I can welcome you. So good to see you. Hey, Sue. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for these beautiful flowers. You guys got those emojis down. How was the chocolate cake? Thanks for sharing a picture. That chocolate cake looked yummy. It brought me joy to see you making cake. So how are you doing? How are we doing today? We always start right here, right now. How are we feeling? How are we doing? And an update on myself, I was missing in action this week, right? No Tuesday call because I came down with something earlier this week. It was not fun or pretty, but I think finally today I'm back to myself here. Doing okay. Cake was very rich. Could only eat a little at a time. I hear you. Those sweets, I can't eat them the way I used to. I crave more on the salty stuff lately, but my son made brownies this weekend, and those were decadent. It was like, cake, brownie, like the chewy, and then chocolate chips on top of that. I think I suspect he Googled brownies with as much chocolate as possible. Because I only had one little square, and oh my gosh, that was a lot. That was a lot. Thank you, Sue. Yes, me too. Me too. Definitely glad to be feeling better. No fun when we get sick. Yes. That's right, Sue. Love those brownies. Not good for the waistline. Yep. Yeah. So I try to keep that stuff out of the house. I know not to buy that. But he loves to cook and bake. And so, right, I couldn't say no. So we actually went out of our way to buy all those ingredients for the brownies. And it was yummy. Yummy. Excuse me. Ugh. That was a sneeze. I caught it just in time. I'm feeling a little congested. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I am definitely feeling congested today. And here I am messing with the audio. Let me know if you all of a sudden can't hear me. So, but you've also been going out walking, Sue. That's good for the waistline. I've managed to get out for a short walk today. I did that. I was intentional about doing that. Moving after being bedridden for a few days. And it feels like fall is like all of a sudden here. As you can see, I got one of my favorite sweaters out. It's sweater time in Portland. So yes, and it also talking about, right, what brings us joy, going for a walk in nature amongst the trees and the rose gardens. Rose gardens, I can't believe they're still blooming. I must have like a 1,000 pictures of roses on my phone now from this summer. Trying to raise the others, didn't go out today, hence the cake. Got it. Got it. But at least you were moving, right? You were on your feet, moving, moving about in the kitchen. So that counts. That counts for some. Okay, Sue. I know, I keep thinking about you. I'm like, I know there's someone out there that doesn't mind me serial pictures of roses because they bring me joy. I actually went for a walk. Was this Saturday? It feels like forever ago. This past Saturday, went for a walk through this neighborhood here. With a couple of friends, local friends, of course, safe distance, masks on. And we walked throughout the neighborhood and would stop regularly at the rose gardens to smell the roses, right? We stopped and smelled the roses. So it's quite lovely, this neighborhood. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 rose gardens. So certainly makes my day, and you can smell them like a half a block away or so. You know you're coming upon them. So, all right, Sue, let's set up our conversation here today. We are on day 282 in the book. We're coming here to the end of this year-long journey again. So here goes. We all know when we're receiving love from someone who gives from the heart. Likewise, we all know when someone tells us they love us in order to receive, right? We can tell the difference when there is an agenda, right? Someone is being kind or generous or because they want something from us. And I think, unfortunately, for a lot of survivors of trauma, right, we didn't necessarily get our needs met when it came to being seen and heard and validated and cherished and really loved and adored. So I think for a lot of us, there is like a little warning flag that goes up when, when people are loving and also when we're like, wait, can I trust this or what's the catch? And I can even remember some people here in our space, in our tribe now, when they first found us, they were a little suspicious how happy-go-lucky we were, how generous we were with our kindness, right? It's like, what the catch? What are you preaching? What are you selling? What are you pushing, right? But I know our kindness wears out some people, meaning they get it eventually that we're for reals here. So, right, But what I want to encourage us today to talk about, right? Today, you can take time for you. Do what makes you happy, what gives you joy, and what makes your heart sing. And then what happens? You'll have plenty of authentic love to give to others from your own overflowing heart. That's what happens when we finally figure out those puzzle pieces, like how to learn to love me, how to connect with my heart, right? And maybe stop to look so much for that love and approval from other people. Yes, that was a need we had as a child. And unfortunately, we didn't get those needs met. That still lives inside of us very much. Yes, I hear you, Sue. I hear you, my friend. So, but once we figure out how, right, it's never too late to start to reparent ourselves, to connect to our hearts, and, right, to learn to love and treasure and adore ourselves, and especially our inner children. Especially our inner children. And the more we do that, right, the more care we start to take in caring for ourselves, caring for our bodies, because that's where the love is generated inside us, inside out. And when we know how to fill this cup from the inside out, we can't help but extend that out to others. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. See it in our group, right? And that's what's so beautiful about a group, right? Because sometimes, I'm having a half cup kind of day. I need my tribe, right? There's nothing wrong with, needing a little bit of encouragement and support, on those hard days and those challenges moments when we're working through some hard stuff. But, right, eventually we learn to come back home to our bodies and our hearts. And then slowly we start to figure out, wait a minute, what brings me joy? What makes me happy? What makes my heart sing? So I look forward to hearing from you, Sue. Let's see here. The two questions then that we asked today. What can you do today that will make your heart sing? And what can you do tomorrow that will give you joy? So let's see. You shared here, Sue. Thank you. You gave me permission to share. She said, today it's been wet, very wet, and rather cold out, so I've baked a chocolate cake, which is something I've never done before, and I've just enjoyed a slice. Yum. I've also just joined a new choir, which is meeting virtually at present, but is close enough to me to be able to attend when in-person singing eventually starts again in the UK. It's bringing me joy because I'll be able to actually meet up with people I've only seen online. And because there's a lovely mixed collection of new music for me to explore, so it won't be just my heart that's singing. I love it. I love it, Sue, and I'm so happy for you. That brings me lots of joy to hear that you are finding a local group to start to practice online and eventually meeting in person. You say also here, tomorrow the weather is due to improve. So I'm planning to enjoy a walk in nature in the park. That's great. You are blessed to have that beautiful park nearby. So I've been loving those pictures. And what a difference a day makes, right? It's like when you go out there and it's still the water, and then the next day you go out and it's breezy. That's very much like Iceland, right? And actually, right, Sue, I've been seeing some of the memories from our trip last year. Can't believe that was a year ago. That went by fast. They meet about an hour away once a month for a whole afternoon. That's awesome, Sue. That sounds like a great, great group to connect with. That's awesome. So awesome. Good for you, my friend. Good for you. Yes, our day tour. That's right, Sue. Came up on my memories too. Hey, Lady Leo. Good to see you. Thank you. Hey, Elizabeth. No worries. No worries. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sue and I are chit-chatting about what brings us joy, what makes our hearts sing. Sue shared with us in the group she made a cake today. We've all been asking for express mail piece of cake. And let's see. Donna also posted today and said, oh yeah, here you go. Yvonne said the cake is delicious. Thank you. There you go. Someone's enjoying your cake. Let's see. Donna shared with us. She says, today is a cool, breezy, sunny day. I went to Pilates and maintaining goodwill. I walked Milo and going hiking later because my bicycle freedom is being serviced. Lots of good spicy ginger lemon tea too. That sounds good. I have my tea here. I was thinking, can't remember for right this minute what it is that I'm drinking here. But spicy ginger lemon, that sounds delicious. Spicy ginger lemon. I'm gonna remember that one. So thank you, Donna. Thank you for sharing. Right, Elizabeth? Lots of cake. It's rather sticky. Okay, Lady Leo, the 15-month little boy. Aww. His laughter makes your heart sing. Aww, that's right, Sue. Nothing like the joy of little ones. Absolutely. Yes. Little kids, little kittens and puppies. Just brings out joy, doesn't it? Well, enjoy that, Lady Leo. Enjoy that. Yes, that carefree laughter. That is so sweet. So sweet. Let's see here. Rob shared with us. Rob says, today I was feeling the seasonal depression hard. I'm sorry, my friend. If you watch this later, I'm so sorry to hear that. He says, I got up, ate watching television, but took the cat to the vet. And I was happy to hear he's doing better in his thyroid pills. Yes, good. I'm glad to hear Marmalade is doing okay. Let's see. Tomorrow I'm going to a museum in Cambridge, a geological museum, which was the subject I started a uni degree in, but I enjoy going to big cities and seeing life and people. I'm loving reading too. Excellent. Sue, wasn't that also what you had some education in geology? Am I wrong there? My memory may not be right on that. Lady Leo, and he is as busy as a puppy. That's right. They're like the Energizer Bunny. Nonstop. Nonstop. Elizabeth says, for me, it has been going to the cinema after these long months. Oh my goodness. Lucky you. You got to go to the movies. Yay. I love going to the movies. So I hear you. I hear you. What did you go see? Did you see something good? Anything we should go check out? That's right, Sue. See, I did remember correctly that you did geology as part of your degree, and that's one of the things you loved in Iceland, right? Definitely a place to go if you're interested in geology. Yep. That's awesome. Now I'm curious, Elizabeth, what you went to the movies to see. Okay, you do not recommend it. Okay, the last one from Woody Allen. I'm not a big fan of Woody Allen. Either people like him or hate him, I think. I'm not a big fan. So that's good to know. Duly noted. Will not go to see that, whatever his last movie was. But I'm sure it was just good to get out of the house and back to normal, right? We're all like, oh my goodness, when is this going to end? There's no end in sight from over here, at least. So I don't even think about the end. We're just here right now, present moment, practicing present moment awareness. So lazy writing, bad acting, bad details carrying. Ugh. That's right. Good. At least you were able to go and you enjoyed that. Good for you. Good for you. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Well, I just want to do a shout out to our friend Rob. Hey, friend. I'm sorry that you're having that seasonal feeling, that, weight from the weather changing and the darker days maybe are coming. So please be gentle with yourself. And I know that you are connected to a handful of us, so please reach out, my friend. And I know that is so hard when we have hard days. I understand. But thank you for posting and letting us know. Thank you for posting. Sue says shutting down more in a lot of places here. Sadly, I hear you, Sue. I think we're seeing that all around. I think we're seeing that. Yes, he is, Elizabeth. Rob is very lovely. One of my favorite people, makes my heart sing. Brings me lots of joy. Sweet, sweet person. So I think he knows we're talking about him and thinking about him. I think he can feel our hearts and the joy that we feel just knowing him. Yes. He is very loved. Very loved. I can see that now. You wrote that, Elizabeth. He's lovely and loved. Agreed. Agreed. That's all right, Sue. That's okay. Sleep is the best medicine. Like I said, that's what my grandmother and my great-grandmother used to say. Sleep is the best medicine. Okay, Lady Leo, thank you for letting us know. I hope he feels better. Hey, Denise. Good evening to you. How are you doing today? We are talking about what brings us joy. What makes our hearts sing? We'd love to hear from you. We've talked about toddlers, cake, movie theater, walking, cool and sunny day, breezy, and going to a museum and reading. So what brings you joy, Denise, especially right now? And EJ posted taking care of myself today with a massage, and tomorrow I have off work and I'm planning to take in the beautiful colors of nature since it's supposed to be in the 70s. That's great. Yvonne shared, yes, I did have a small piece of cake and that went down well. Thanks. Awesome. I am so glad that you got to share that piece of cake. And I know you enjoyed some of the pictures that Sue and the adventures that Sue had in Iceland. Oh, yeah. Well, I am very sorry to hear Rob is having a hard time or feeling not so well today. Part of, for me earlier this week, being sick in bed with the stomach bug, I had a rotten headache as well. They're the worst. They are the worst. I hear you. I hear you. So I thought I would share today what brings me joy lately. I think I told you guys I've been painting, right? I've been doing more art. And that is bringing me lots of joy. This, what was it, about a week ago, I got myself some more watercolor paint and was doodling, just exploring with paint, and I'm still learning how to paint because I go on YouTube and I look up videos of people that are painting and they make it look so easy. So this was my just playing with the new watercolors. These ones that I just got, they cover much better. Like the watercolors that I started with was just like a kid's kit that I probably got for like, dollar at a dollar store or something, but it's worked. I've used it. I've enjoyed it. So these, and I also got some watercolor paper. I just had different kind of paper. And then because fall is coming, I've been painting some of the leaves. So this is what has been bringing me joy lately. And this is kind of like a daily journal that I have. I start almost every day, I do a little bit of doodling or some art. And it makes me so happy. Playing with watercolor and then markers on top. And I think I showed you guys this one before, maybe. Here, actually was drawing my breath. So doing all kinds of fun projects with these. So this has been my inspiration through COVID. I came back to playing with art, something I haven't done since before I was a mom. So I'm certainly enjoying it. It's a little bit like the art they do on canal boats. Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to show me. They do roses and castles. That sounds great. Actually, I was, watching. When I don't find anything on TV, then I will go on YouTube and look up painting videos because, like I said, this is all new to me. And I'm just mesmerized watching people paint. So Elizabeth is finishing a couple of books. Awesome. Reading is such a good pastime, right? I love to read too. More and more, actually, I do audiobooks. But there's nothing like just losing yourself in a good story. How about you, Denise? I'm so glad you're here with us. Anything that you'd like to share that brings you joy? There you go. I don't have much downtime. What I love is live music. I can't really do that in the normal way. Some artists are popping on Twitter and things, doing random live feeds, so I try to catch a couple. Awesome, good for you. I actually, speaking of, was just going through, I'm sure I'm not the only one who gets a gazillion emails from gazillion different places. And one of the places here in Portland that I've gone to for some local events was sending out some announcements about virtual concerts. So maybe be on the lookout, Denise, that maybe some of your favorite bands might be coming your way via Zoom soon. Live, right? Or yeah, Twitter or Instagram. So you might catch them that way. So, but yes, doing some of those things that we enjoyed to do before COVID, a lot of those, right, are put on hold. But at least Elizabeth was just telling us that she just went to the movie theater. So that sounds so nice. Oh my goodness, you got to go to the movies. You've done one of those too? That's great, Denise. That's great. Yeah, we're all trying. We are all trying. All right, Sue, just saw your post. Okay, so you're going to send me down another a rabbit hole of watching more art. I'm sure I will enjoy it thoroughly. So, like I said, I love watching art making. Can't wait until we can sing together in person. Nothing like it. That's right. Yes, Elizabeth, would love to sing with Sue. Well, hey, the choir that Sue is participating in, they're online. Maybe you can join. I told Sue maybe I would take a peek for Christmas. When they start practicing Christmas music, maybe I'll give it a try. Why not? I love Christmas songs. There you go, Sue. There you go, Elizabeth. Come on. Who else? The announcement. We're missing a. There you go. There you go. Woohoo! From this house in Ireland, actually, other than that, I've made time to get a couple of tattoos. Awesome. Now we have to see pictures. Denise, pictures, tattoo pictures. What are the tattoos? And I'm always curious about the meaning, right? It has to mean something to you or you wouldn't be putting it on your body, right? And I've learned to like tattoos. I didn't, but I have, my daughter Sabrina has gotten a few of them and they're beautiful. And of course, they mean something way more to her than they do anybody else. And I have one tattoo. After I said, I'm never gonna have a tattoo. Hey, Kim. Thank you. How are you, my friend? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. My art is all about enjoying the process, not perfection. Just enjoying playing with colors, because that's what I used to do. So since you're here, Kim, what makes you happy? What brings you joy lately? My tattoo is the Nordic rune for love. And like I said, I had said, no, I'm never getting a tattoo. And then when my daughters came to me and said, hey, Mom, you want to get a tattoo with us? I couldn't say no. It's like, okay, let's get a tattoo together. So we, the three of us, me and the girls, have the same tattoo exactly on the same place. Yes, here, just below our heart. And then I got that for my son as a necklace. So we all have that. You got many, Denise? But the last one, the last two, how many tattoos? I mean, what are they? Now we're curious. Now we're curious. And being nosy. You can also say none of your business. It's a private thing. I understand that too. Lady Leo, I'm thinking about for my 60th next year. You gotta be kidding me, Lady Leo. You don't look like you're 60. You're turning 60? No, you're kidding. My goodness. You're going to live to be 120 or something. Yes, Elizabeth, right? Curious about people's tattoos. I can tell you, I am going to get another tattoo. I am going to get another tattoo. And if anybody wants to guess what that is, go for it, because I'm pretty sure you might guess. All right, Sue, you were offered to get a tattoo in Canada. Yeah, you should have. You should have. Yes, of course. Denise, please post it in the group. Would love to see it. Love to see it. Yes, Lady Leo, I am gonna get a tattoo of a heart one of these days. Because, right, this little symbol here follows me everywhere. Actually, I thought about getting a small one and putting it underneath my ring here. I wear this ring all the time, and I thought about getting a little heart right here. So that's what I'm thinking. And actually, my daughter Sabrina does. She does a needle tattoo. So I may just ask her to do it. She's done some cute little ones. So Denise is going to post a picture. All right. Thought about having a butterfly? Yes, I've thought about that too. That's right. That's a good one. Not too late. It's not too late, Sue. Lady Leo, that's right. Yeah, of course. You turned 59 this year. 60 makes sense, but still. You don't look even close to be 60. So Kim, doing well and recovering from another spinal surgery. Love my grandbabies to visit. Yes. I hope you're doing well. Hope you recover fast. Ouch, my friend. And we were just talking earlier on the call, those babies bring us joy. Babies bring us joy. Last one, Denise says, perfectly imperfect. Between your shoulder blades in front of the writing is a pink flower being destroyed. Interesting. I actually think that perfectly imperfect could be like the subtitle for our group. Like our hashtag, because there's a lot of recovering perfectionists in this space. I'm going to hold up two hands. And the one before that is an image of a woman's face hiding behind a mask. Interesting. Interesting. I can't wait to see those, Denise. We can relate, some of us here, right? I don't want to speak for everybody, but yeah, I can relate. A woman hiding behind a mask. Isn't that the truth? So very cool, Denise. I think you're very courageous. I think it takes a lot of courage to put something so permanent out there and on your body. So, right? But if you rock it and love it, like I said, the people that I see, I admire that when people do it. Like I said, I'm a little more, I'll get a teeny tiny one. But if it means something to you, of course, more courage than you had at the time. Says Sue. Darlene's daughter isn't tattooist, but the offer came too late in the visit. Okay, I get it. I get it. Yeah, those things are expensive too. Can be, right? When people do the whole sleeve and so. But they sure are beautiful and pieces of art for sure. For sure. For sure. Well, sweet friends, any other updates from anyone? Any other updates? I pulled a card for us today. One day she understood that she had been a hero all along. So I don't know who needed this reminder today. Who needed to remember that you're the hero you've been waiting for? You're the hero. And I think we can agree, right? The healing journey, what do I say? We show up willing to do the healing work, the hard work of healing. We don't all feel very heroic and courageous, but what do I say? Remember, class? Our willingness to show up, do the work. We are right here, right now, doing the work. This is what healing looks like. We come together as a community, right? I know you guys see me. I can see you, right? We are connecting, feeling connected to something outside of ourselves. We are rewiring our nervous system when we come together and talk about some of the things that may be hard and a little uncomfortable. And here we are inviting and encouraging each other to open up and share. And that can feel risky. So this is healing taking place right here. So in my book, you're all heroes. And the willingness to show up one day at a time, right? Courage under cover. Courage under cover. That's right, closer to the highest love. Yes, and when we can tend to our hearts and learn to love our bodies and appreciate our authentic hearts and spirits, and right, just really be in awe. How amazing we are, because we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. And we're still here. And we're stronger than ever. Denise says, I have another one scheduled for later this month. Complete honesty. It's a tad therapeutic. It's a safer alternative than self-harm. Yes. 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 Thank you, Sue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, we are practicing being seen and heard. Risking being seen and heard. right? Because when we didn't get those needs met growing up, and some of us were hurt by the people that were supposed to teach us about love and kindness and trust, then we push that away, we keep that out, we close our hearts. And when we close our hearts because we don't want to feel the hard stuff, we also close our hearts from the good stuff. So when we open up our hearts and take risks to be seen and to be heard, we are learning the possibility of what that can be like. Yep, exactly. And I don't like to think in the terms of like the greatest revenge is that, the greatest revenge would be, know that you're loved no matter what. Like know that you're happy or can be happy no matter what. Right? Because for a lot of us, how we stay connected to the hurt and the people that hurt us is the shame and the guilt and the secrets that weren't our shame, not our secrets, not our guilt, and yet we end up carrying them. So the more we can risk exploring the truth that, a lot of our beliefs about ourselves are lies. They're not even truth. They're stories that we made up, or they were told to us, or the shame that we took on from the people that hurt us. It's not ours, and we're carrying it. And I can say for sure that was one of my biggest motivations to, like, hell or high water, I'm gonna know what it looks like, sounds like, and feels like to love Svava. Because I'm not gonna let that control this anymore. My past had taken enough of, my life and my spirit. So, yes, I'm a hero and you all are, right? We are all the heroes of our journeys. Yes, you are. And for each and every one of you, I'm so proud of you and the work that you are and have been doing. And even yesterday, I was it yesterday? See, it's all a blur. When you're sick, you lose a few days, and then it's like, well, was it last week? Okay, recently talked to a client who was asking, am I going to be doing this hard stuff forever? Right? Is this going to be like, this feels like so much work, right? I know I could relate. It used to feel like a lot of work. So instead of feeling like I changed my perspective on that, no, it's not a lot of work to love me. It's not a lot of work to love me. This is what I deserved in terms of the time and attention and the investment and the consideration and the care. This is what I needed back then, but I didn't get it back then, but I'm going to fight for giving it to myself now. I am, and I will, because I'm worth it. I'm worth it. It's too late to get it from anyone else out here. I need to create that for me. Yes, safe people in a community, but learned to fall in love with the process, the journey, the prospect of taking my power back. So that's my little preaching here. But this has been great, my friends, as always, to be with you. I look forward to connecting again next week. Fingers crossed. Lady Leo, you just had a if we had told, they would have gotten into trouble. Yep. Exactly, Lady Leo. That's it. So who benefits from our silence? Who benefits from us keeping the secrets? I hear you. I thought you were going to use a different word for what kind of moment that was. But again, right? I understand the need for like feeling like you have some sense of control over your story of what happened to you. Because yes, we live in a world that, still stigmatizes being a victim, being sexually abused, being, raped, being a victim of harm. Yep, exactly, Elizabeth. But once I realized the fear, the secret was creating within me. And I was like, this isn't my secret. I don't need to keep the secret. Who am I keeping the secret for? Right? If you didn't want people to know this, you shouldn't have done it. So, did that rock the boat a little bit? Yes. And yes, it was hard for a while, but I stuck by, I stood up for me. Don't need you to believe me. I believe me. I know what happened. And finally, like they say, the proof's in the pudding. Finally, people came around. And the truth is, for a lot of people, abusers out there, people know. People know. But no one dares speaking up. But the truth is, and this is what we also see, right? When one of us speaks up, we give other people permission to speak up. Your childhood before your trauma. Beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Lady Leo. I love roses. I love nature, period. As you guys know, I'm in awe of trees as well. And looking at, trees. I look at trees and roses and, just plants in general. And I often wonder, like, yeah, no man could have created that, right? This wasn't created in a lab. There's something greater than us at play here, right? And I think we're going to end it with that. But just so magnificent, the beauty in nature. And just like the trees in the forest, here we are, my friends, all unique, all so different. But as we come together, right, Sue, we make a beautiful choir, and our stories and our hearts make our tribe, our group, just so wonderful. Who are you talking about? There you go, Sue. Every single tree is different, even the same species. Yeah, and they don't stand around comparing each other, right? They all know their brothers and sisters. And at their roots, they're all connected. Like we are, my friends, from our roots, we are all connected. All right, my lovely friends, thank you so much for hanging out today. This makes my heart sing, hanging out with you guys. Having deep, real, authentic conversations. Even though it's maybe more in one way right now, but you guys know what I mean. So, all right, sweet friends, have a beautiful weekend. Take good care. And continue to do something that brings you joy, sparks joy. And keep us posted, Denise, on the next tattoo. Can't wait to see and hear. All right, lovelies. Have a beautiful weekend. I hope to be back here on Tuesday. Fingers crossed that this body will be healthy. All right, lovelies. Good night, everyone. Bye now.